Today I am not going to stuff up the day of the week. Hello again team, it's Jess or JashiiCorrin, and welcome back for day 3 of the Month of Planning With Me series. Before we go in with today's tidbit, I'm just going to finish off my checklist from yesterday to see how much space I actually have left down here. I feel like I had a fairly productive day yesterday. For today's tidbit though, I figured I'd show you guys how I've been drawing my bamboo that I've used for my decoration in this month's setup. It's really straightforward and quite easy, and I found it to be a nice way to add a little bit of decoration to my pages. In terms of the materials I'm going to be using a green Tombow, and I'm also going to be using a black fine liner. In my case, the Pit Artist pen. So the first thing that we do is draw in the stem of the bamboo. I'm going to be filling this section down here with several pieces. So we'll say I have one here, one here, and one here. In terms of drawing in those main stalks of the bamboo, we need to draw them in segments. So you can see I've drawn the first segment here for each of them. I'll draw in a second segment which is roughly the same size. And then when it comes to the last segment, or the top segment, this is where things can vary. So they might curve to one direction or the other, they might go straight up. You can have them stop flat like they have here, or you can make them kind of pointed, which is what I'm going to do with mine. So you can see they're thinner at the top than they are at the base. What I then do is go and add some leaves on each of those joins. I like to alternate direction, change the size and style of the leaves, but really the leaves are just kind of loose, they don't really take any set form. For this decoration, I'm going to be using small leaves. You can see at some of them I've just done 1, at some I've done 2, and at some I've done 2 on the same side. What I then do to add a little bit more depth is that for each segment of the stalk, I just outline it again using my Tombow. You don't have to be too careful with this, it can be quite loose. What I do try to do with my outlining though is fill in those gaps that I have between. That's optional as well, you don't have to. It can look a little bit more stylized if you don't. And if you want to add a little bit of depth onto your leaves, you can just draw a little stripe up the middle of those as well. Now you could leave it like this, and if you had them a bit closer together and maybe some different shades of green, that would look quite cute. But what I'm going to do is go and outline those to add a little bit more depth. So just starting with a general outline around all of the green stuff. So you can see we've just put an outline around all of that. Now it's time to add some detail. What I like to do for the leaves is draw in the spine for each of those. And for any of my leaves that I have 2, I'm going to differentiate between them with a black outline. For the stalks of the bamboo, I'm also going to add some more detail by running a line up the left-hand side of them. So in from the line that's the outline, and then just a line that goes along that edge. And it's not just going to be one long straight line, I'm going to break it up every so often. So maybe a section here, and a section here. Where it gets to any join, I'm going to curve inwards, like this, and same for the next segment. So coming from the inside, broken a little bit. And to add a little bit more detail, I'm also going to do some little lines on each of those joins, just loosely. There we go. Looking pretty cute. For the bamboo borders I've been doing, this is just doing the same kind of stuff you did for the stalks, but without the outlining. So, 2 segments, and then just going over it with the Tombow. Looking pretty good. And now it's time to set up my list for today, which is Friday, not Wednesday. I know that list is looking a little short at the moment, but I also know that I want to finish off my work for my CAS course today. I'm just not sure what actually has to be done for it. I should also note that I migrated that task. And flipping back. So, still not sure about this one. For my mood, yesterday wasn't too bad, wasn't anything special, so I'll give it this one. For gratitude, yesterday I was grateful for Netflix. There we go. N for Netflix. For my productivity tracker, so I actually think that I want to fill these in with the color codes that I've given myself, so I can kind of see at a glance how much of my day was dedicated to each of these 4 things. Make sure that's nice and dry before I try and draw it on. Otherwise what will happen is I'll go in with my fine liner and it'll kind of spider or leach into the damp paper, I guess you could say. There we go. Not going to fill in my stuff for today because I kind of like that idea of keeping the same color order, so I think I'll wait until tomorrow when I know everything I have done. Habits and steps. So in terms of the little icons I have for my habits, we have my multivitamin, which I have taken each day this month so far. We have my morning medication, which, because breakfast is over for today, I have taken it every day this month as well. My PM, or evening medication, so of course, because it's only 1 o'clock, I haven't taken it yet for today. We have having a shower, filling in my PowerSheets, filling in my bullet journal, getting up before 8 AM, which has not yet happened, going to bed before 10:30 PM, which has not yet happened, having some water. Now, I've had a little bit today, but I haven't actually had any for the last 2 days. I'm not too sure what I'm going to set as my minimum amount required, but probably about 1 liter, probably. I'm not too sure yet. And then brushing my teeth. For steps, I don't actually remember how many steps I did yesterday and can't check my phone right now. And my phone syncs my Fitbit and it hasn't synced, so I'll fill that one in tomorrow. Social media though. Also, again, if you have any ideas for tidbits you'd like to see in these videos, I would love to hear about those. There we go, so we finished Suits Season 5 yesterday. I'm going to probably fill in this list later today or possibly tomorrow because I do actually need to write in here. Especially because Term 2 starts not next week but the week after, so need to get some things done. And meal log. There we go. And we're back to my checklist. That's where we're gonna leave it for today, team. Thank you as always for watching. If you had any thoughts, comments or feels, please do leave them in the comments section below, and if you liked today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video, and so until next time, bye!